Hello everyone. Good night. My name is Cam, and we got here a good list of guests for tonight. We got Dynasty CZ, we got Friends TLP, we got Dark representing ET as well, and Kiora representing Conduit Esports Fever. So we got a lot of good names here. Really excited for tonight, and we're just waiting on TLP with some technical difficulties. And before we do that, I just want to give you guys a few news that I was preparing for today. So the very first thing that I want to let you guys know is first, we finally, and I'm gonna try to put on the chat here. We finally launched our own store. So if you guys do the command ET store, you're gonna be able to get our website for the official store, where we already have a few designs out there. If you ever want to have some ET merch, obviously. Um, we also have implemented a couple things for our viewers here in Twitch. Let me get the command. The Steam store, where you will be able to retrieve, as you collect points for watching and participating, you'll be able to collect some of those items within the store as well as a way to participate for all the viewers and everyone that's being together. So this is something that we've launched it actually today, so I just want to share with you guys. So got some promotion ongoing, exactly, Carito. Um, and finally, the one thing that we couldn't do last podcast for Titans because we weren't affiliates was now the system for the ET awards, like the POG, player of the games, valiant effort, everything's gonna be done via polling. So I'm gonna be able to create managing polls, and as we review the games, as we watch the clips, the chat can always, you know, interact and select who they think the best player of the game was, valiant effort, all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, we will um, we will combine, and the best player of the split is going to get an award that I want to show you guys briefly because I have it here. Is this guy here?
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So
That's
this
pretty clean.
so this is what we sent to Splitbrid for the first split for spring.
Stole
So
my award.
actually, Kiora is here, and they were fighting for this for the until the last, uh, you know, game of the series. And not only the chip for Titans, we actually sent this to Splitbrid. So whoever gets to win and be the best player of the split, the MVP, is gonna get something similar. Still working on design, who's gonna do it, and a couple little things, but so far that's the idea. So that's one of the things that I want to get out of the way because we have everyone focus here. But those are a couple of my little updates for you guys, and we can start, talking a little bit about the league. But first, I want to welcome the guests again, Dark, Kiora, CZ, and TLP. Welcome to the show. Welcome. I hope you guys have a good week, a good weekend. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Really excited to play in Titan again. This would be my second split, so looking forward. Have a tough group, but we'll make out.
I'm coming for that award as the runner-up from last split. Stolen in finals. Big sad.
I am not going for the award because I know I'm not going to get it because top play doesn't matter. I'm just here for a good time. But
Yeah, true.
nah, Titan's gonna be fire. This looks really balanced to be honest with you. And this is my second split here, but here for a
Yeah.
good time.
Ethiopia, I guess, is still having its issues.
I might have to
Son
check
of
my chicken
McCall.
legs real quick.
Yeah.
He died.
All right. So yeah, so let me get things a few ready as our guests are still fixing a couple things. But yeah, this season is gonna be pretty slick. It's gonna be poggers. Um, I want to give one shout out before we start. Um, let me just say. Oh yeah, so the thing is, I just got some good news because Resilient reached out and I recommended that he had some issues with supporting, and I just recommended him one of our own supports that played with us, and looks like he's gonna be back in the scene for DD Heist. So ET is on Lilac. Shout out to him. He's coming back and
my.
in great style. So I'm excited to see how things will shape up with him representing DD Heist.
Well, unfortunately, he's an A, so it won't matter.
Just better
But
bring
yeah.
that win rate up to 2 wins.
Oh yeah. So let's see how it goes. It's gonna be a tough group, but we will talk a little bit about it as we get there. Let me just pull things here to the screen. As if we just wait for everyone to be ready. Where is it?
I think TLP is here now. Hello.
TLP, can you hear us?
He's just joined and yeah. Never
Looks
mind.
like yeah. Looks like TLP is still having some issues.
Work's just distracting you.
But yeah, we're just gonna wait for CZ to come back and then we shall begin. So before we go there, Dark and Kira, what are you guys expecting from this split?
I'll let Hero speak first.
So, I mean, I expect Group A to be pretty top heavy and all beating each other up. Group B should be interesting to see who ends up making it in the fourth, maybe third slot. Should be pretty close for that. But I'm expecting most of the fun that end up in playoffs for at least my team for Fever.
Yeah, I kind of share the same sentiment. It's like Group A is so stacked that almost every week, like somebody's gonna go down in like rankings, and it's gonna be like really hard because they're going to be an actually good team, and it's just the schedule is really hard for everybody in Group A. But on the Group B side, there's like, in my opinion, there's like top two teams, and then there's a gap between everybody else. I'm not gonna say which teams because I think everybody kind of knows it. I just want to be, toxic. But Group A is like obviously, as much as I want to say there's like a top four, there isn't. Like everybody can take games off of everybody, and like yeah, so it just feels like Group A is gonna be really really hard contested, while Group B is gonna be like much easier. But again, there's like good teams on Group B that can, when they come to playoffs, they'll be really really um excited to play Group A teams where they'll have to like play harder teams in the first half, and then they'll go into playoffs, and yeah, the most of the
Honest,
competition come.
honestly, the groups, they remind me of that one split where that PF team was like 8-1 or something crazy,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Winter.
like yeah.
Yeah.
This looks exactly like that. Like Group A is like incredibly like fun looking, like it's like super like competitive, and then Group B is like, all right, well, like we actually have like two good teams that everyone else is like, all right, well, let's handshake and see who's gonna get 3 and 4. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least. But Group A is definitely where most people are gonna be watching.
For sure. So we're still having, looks like TLP is still having some issues, so we'll just start since CZ's here. TLP will let me know in case he needs to drop out. He's still having issues with internet.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, you're
if you
back.
can hear me.
Oh, lovely.
Oh yes,
How are
sir.
you? How are
That's
you
great,
doing?
It's stable again, but I don't know why it's going in and out.
No
well,
worries.
you're here now, so
Yeah,
Let's take advantage of that.
yeah.
So on the screen here, I'm gonna bring the first team. We'll just talk a little briefly because okay. So to be fair, I know Sam's here on the chat. I was super nervous on that group Josh show on the Titans stream. So I don't know if I was able to say a lot of what I wanted. I kind of felt like not at home. So I was very very nervous. But here we're home and we can actually go over things really really
that's great.
nice.
He's doing a podcast just to shit talk everybody. That case.
For real.
Sounds about right.
I
All
like
right.
that.
So the first team is Call of Duty Esports Fever, the current runner-up for Titans Divinity League. They came up with one change, which is Batman, and they also came picking up a few of our lovely Team Scooter Ankle from last split. They picked up Hentai Nissan and Shweezy. Um, so tell me, you guys. I know Curious here, but tell me what's the difference between Newt and Batman? Since this is exactly the same roster outside that jungle, how you guys feel about it? What do you guys think you guys will be able to accomplish? I still think you guys are a good team, but it definitely I do think is a little of a downgrade, and it's not to be disrespectful to Batman. I actually had this conversation with him when he was trying out for ET a couple months ago, but I just think you know Newt was really impressive last split. So what is your take on this change for fall?
Or are we starting with?
Oh, for Kiora.
No.
So
Kira.
Batman was part of our AGL team when we ended up winning AGL last year. So we're not unfamiliar with him, so it shouldn't be too hard like to retransition him back in. Uh, and I agreed, like Newt was a really good player, but we constantly had a problem of we had so many people trying to play carry that we sometimes got lost in how we were drafting. So Batman should at least allow us to more focus on who we want to carry in our games. I don't think we'll have any problem. And picking up the TSA guys was the easiest decision I've ever made ever.
Gotcha. What is your take, Dark CZ and TLP? What do you think about Fever?
I'll
Well,
go.
go.
This roster, it looks, at least in my opinion, like basically the exact same. Like I think they're like, in my opinion, I got them winning it. Like they're the number one team in my eyes because they have the least amount of changes. Besides, Purple Sprouts is Purple Sprouts, but just under a different name now. But like these guys they're a consistent team. Like they're disgusting. Like last time they were really good, and most teams could not take them down. And it's like they swapped out Newt for Batman. Only thing that could change with that type of swap is just consistency at that point. Like I don't know, they don't need anything flashy. They just need to get the job done. That's exactly what they do most of the time. So they just look really good.
Yeah, I think these guys are really good. Like their laning is pretty amazing, and they can easily find the leads in each lane, and then just transition that to a stable game. But yeah, I'm just excited to see how Fever's gonna do. We'll go over the groups later, but I do believe this team is on Group B, if I'm
Yeah.
not
Yes, we're in
mistaken.
Group B.
Now, moving along to the next team, it's gonna be Dorado Gaming Row. Here they come in with Sunrise Jr., Anderson Cooper in the jungle, Induced, Kills, and Sunrise. And they have a couple no names in the sub as Afron and Play on Wards. Um, so again, a good stacking team. I've seen Cooper being extremely well. I think he was on that Dorado team from a spring, and he was making a lot of difference in that team. I believe they went all the way to quarterfinals. Um, but yeah, I think this team is really stable, pretty good, and I could see them fighting beyond quarters. But I would like to have your guys' opinion on Sunrise Junior because I don't know him. I haven't seen him playing, but I do expect Induced, Kills, and Cooper to be the strong side of this team, to be the carries of this team.
I think CZ knows most about these players. So, do you have anything to say, CZ?
Um, Look, I love these boys. Shout out to the Dorado boys. They gave me my Titan shot last split. Love playing with them. Um, this roster, I've scrimmed them on multiple of my teams. Like, Phoenix has scrimmed them, the Conduit team, and then my Dynasty team has scrimmed them. Ruby, that's an AGO. Uh, they're a perplexing roster to me. Because, like, on one hand, they could be really good, but sometimes they get dog walked. And
that's
so,
a big
like,
change.
yeah, it's like it's just like that's just the way it goes, It's like it reminds me of Psy, but I
Right.
definitely think Cooper's like a really good jungler. I think Cooper does so much for his teams.
Mhm.
Cooper's really active. Cooper ganks really well. He's really communicative.
Yeah, he's an enabler for
That word.
sure. He's
Yeah,
an enabler.
he enables a lot. And Deuce is pretty solid. He I remember in our like finals, no, in our playoff match, he played mid. You had to put him at support. So he's like, he's a good guy. He's really flexible. I like Sunrise, really cool dude, pretty good. Kills that part, I don't know. That part I'm still trying to figure out because it's like he is like I know a lot of people that know him. He's really good, nice guy. But it's
Right.
like, how would that stack up to like some of the other bot lanes in this league? Like, how would that duo do against some people who are like the Kiora Yipsies, like the Dilly Arrows? I don't know, but there aren't a lot of those combos, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, there's not that many
Uh,
established duos.
yeah,
Yeah.
bot lanes are really weak. This Titan split, so and then I do not know a lot about their top laner. I don't.
Yeah.
Sunrise Junior. I do not know him. But this team, they should definitely flirt with playoffs if everything goes well. But that's if everything goes well. Sometimes things happen. It's league, happens.
Yeah, and again, they're on the group A, I believe. Our friend here, Dark, is gonna face them tomorrow. So it's gonna be an interesting. And I was telling these guys, every game on this split on the group A is gonna be a playoff match. Even if you're playing, the weaker teams, if you ever play them with your cross group match, every game here is a playoff game. So everybody needs to go 100% focus on these matches.
Yeah.
Real.
No. All right, so Corrido is C here. Saying Para is a demon. And saying that he's an APL All Star. So looks like, at least based on the Corrido, looks like Para is gonna be one of the top laners. But we are about to see things will be really interesting. If Para is gonna be that good. Now moving. Oh yeah, go
It'll
ahead.
come down to how well he combos with Cooper, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
100%. I think this team, as CZ was saying, the bot lane, while everybody kind of knows them, I don't think they're as strong as some other bot lanes, even though there's like not many. This team is like heavily reliant on the top lane, which Para and Cooper, to be very active on the map and be really dominant in their own positions. Well, Induce kind of does the supplementary damage type kind of thing, which I've played them and in scrims, and we did lose to them, but it's like it was not a hard change. Like if we were to play them again in the same comp, then there's things we could change, and it'll be interesting to see how they have come, like how far they have come from the last time I played them, tomorrow that I play them. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But again, top lane, if they play a team that has a weak top lane or top side, then it's just they should just win.
Yeah. It's just GG.
Yeah, and then on top of that, if Induce is able to play with Cooper and it just enable the whole map, it's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna say that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they could play off each other and just enable, like, especially like with Kills and Sunrise being the big question mark for this squad, I feel like if they can play together and enable the bot lane, this team's going to be a lot of trouble.
I feel like with the way this roster is structured is the way a lot of teams in this league are actually structured. Like really good top side, and then bot lane is just like a fucking question mark. Like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like it's
Yeah.
just like gambling bot lane every game.
No, but
So,
the bot's just weak this match. I guess it's okay.
yeah. I didn't get that memo.
Yeah, so it looks like Robbie is saying that Clown Gaming Spartans did recently scrim against the Router Gaming Row, and he's vouching for these guys, saying they're a pretty solid team. So,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Clown
Exactly what we
Gaming,
said.
I think
yeah,
that's like the general consensus. that, like,
Exactly. No one did not ask. They're pretty good.
it's like this friend of this guy. Like if this team, for my like thing is like if this team was in Group B, they're like top 3, right? But
Oh hell yeah.
but if because they're in Group A and everybody else is supposedly just as good as they are, like their weaknesses are pretty clear. But like again, if they're just better like individually, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so they're probably going to be fighting for like the 3-4 spot most likely, unless
Oh yeah.
like
Mhm.
unless this bot lane comes out the gate like super strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey
for
man,
sure.
those 3-4 spots are kind of scary though.
Oh no, for sure, for sure.
All right.
All right, moving
Now,
to the next one, we got
CC and the gang.
Dynasty
Oh.
Bismuth.
The
Mhm,
better
mhm.
dynasty team.
The
Mhm.
better dynasty team, actually.
They go with CZ top, Jordan jungle, Golden mid, the Trash Panda ADC Chung Somo support, and Super Gremlin, aka Worm Jones, in the sub position. So pretty stacked team. We did, I believe we did scream a few weeks ago. The Bismuth name
That was our
with
first scrim ever, by the way.
with Solar. I won't leak anything. It was a good game. Get to see like a little
It
bit.
was fun.
It was
That was a
definitely
good
fun.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And again, I haven't seen Jordan or Golding playing too much, so I'll leave CZ to jump in there. But if they do have Worm Jones as a sub, I think they have the potential to be even stronger than what they are, just because what Worm Jones is doing in the Ages League in the AGL. So looking forward for this team. I think they can be pretty strong. I just think we, at least personally, I would need to see how the group together does in the league, at least in the next come few weeks.
So this team originally it was Worm Jones over Jordan, but Worm backed out because he's afraid of ranking out. So he's like, yo, just in case I rank out, just go with somebody else. And we already thought we were already gonna pick Jordan up because Jordan's crazy too. So like they're both like basically the same person, to be honest with you. Jordan's just younger
Nice.
and she's a slightly different pool. But they're both insane. Um I think Jordan and Golden they both played for Requiem at in the Risen the past split. That
Yeah.
team was really good. They played their style. They played it well. They were like a really good mid jungle duo. So they already have that pre-existing synergy. They've played together for a little while. And then you got Panda and Chiang. They've been playing together since Risen as well. They both like each other a lot. They play super well off of each other. They're both slightly demented sometimes, but that's just the way you got to play the game. And then you got me at the top lane. I'm just trying to have fun. This roster is just big because people just want to get together and play the game and enjoy it. So I mean, that's what we're gonna go out here and do is just have a good time. I definitely see us making playoffs. Like I mean, if I didn't say that, that'd be fucking crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can see us making playoffs. Like I know A is tough, but it's like I trust what we got, and I trust the insane stuff we be thinking about when we're in comms. So it's a really fun team to be a part of. I love them both. I love all four of these people, and then Worm.
All four you said. Oh, and then Worm. Okay. But no, this team is it's an interesting combination of players in my opinion. Like CZ is one of the better top laners. I think I don't know if that's like a
You're not
subject.
wrong.
Yeah, I think he's one of the better top laners in the league. And then you have a really good bot lane. I played with on Trash Panda and Chung. I'm playing with them actually currently on a team, so I definitely think they're like a good bot lane duo. Um, it's my only question mark is the mid jungle, which I don't know much about them, and that's like the only thing. But from what I've seen, uh, Goldine and Jordine, I don't know how to say that name, play. Like I think if they play, like if Golden plays her scaling mid laners and CZ is able to get leads and Trash Panda is just good ADC, then they'll be fine in most matchups. The only way they lose is like if mid gets like contested super hard and then bot lane is also losing. But it's always a top gap when CZ is playing, so it doesn't matter.
Unless he egos too hard, then there might be an issue.
And there might be an issue.
I, I don't know how often he egos, but we'll see.
But it's definitely the better dynasty team, so I don't think there's a question mark there, right?
Well, we're about to see because the next team is, let me see if I can get it, Tiger's Eye. Because Tiger's Eye is coming with a pretty interesting roster. Outrage in the top lane, Luju's back in the jungle, OTF in the mid, Domination as a DC, Penelope's father as support, and they have pretty much all subs locked up. I think Sam said he might drop Cordelia because it's ineligible, but they have Toxic Koopa, Illicit Raven, Hooked, and Nightmare. And Nightmare is he also just mentioned here in the chat. It's a nick from off the Zafir last split, so it's a good pickup. I also heard like people saying good things about Hooked. I like, the Penelope's father's name. I recognize the Discord tag from somewhere, but I don't remember. And I also I do recognize the Manveer Discord tag, but I don't remember exactly. But overall, I think OTF is a really good mid laner. He's gonna be probably top 5 mid laners out there. Um, Luigi's pack, I think is he's gonna be pretty stable as well, pretty good. Outrage, I don't remember exactly his pull in the top lane, but he's
Hey, don't worry
always
about it, bro.
Thanks.
Whatever.
but he's always like getting good stats and good numbers overall. So it's pretty stacked team, and I don't see them having issues on Group B. But you guys can prove me wrong with whatever inside information you guys want to share here.
Oh, those guys are definitely gonna get top 2 Group B. Most definitely. I'm gonna say boom, like they did in Risen playoffs. But
Yeah, they're runner-ups Risen, though.
yeah, these guys are basically just Amethyst with a different bot lane. Like they have Dynasty Pearls ADC, and then they have Sam, who is he played for TD and AGL a while ago. He's been teamless for a little while. So
He subbed in for Solar. I think that's where you remember him from, Cam.
yes,
Who?
This Monday.
Oh, the
Penelope's
Penelope's
father.
father? Oh, okay.
he always changes his name though. You'll never keep track of who he is. He already changed his name. I
Sam
promise
Sam-
you.
Sam
he
who?
probably has mad blue essence, just constantly changing it.
Yeah, like just at this point, just be like, yeah, just look at the Discord name. Go even look at his IGN.
Yeah.
His team is good. Like Outrage is one of the best top laners by
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, I agree.
OTF is definitely going to be one of the more solid mid lanes because I don't think like there's a couple of good mid laners, but nothing to really write home about. To be honest with you, so he's one of the more newer mid laners. Like he did really good in Risen, so I expect him to do decently well in Titan. Lil Juice Pack is pretty solid too. He did his thing in Risen, but this isn't Risen, so we'll see how he could do against some of the teams like Fever and everything. And then the bot lane's pretty good in my opinion. Dominate like Manveer and Sam are they're really cracked. Like I like they're really good at the game. I expect good things out of them.
I can't wait for a nice little matchup, official matchup with with Outrage. It's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited, as I haven't been able to play against you, and I haven't been able to play against him in an actual league. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
At least you get him.
At least you get him. Oh, are you
Why-
saying he's not gonna make playoffs? What does that mean?
I ain't said all that, bro. Stop twisting my words. you motherfucker, don't do that.
Even if you make playoffs, there's no guarantee that you'd play them.
For real.
Yeah, it depends how we end up on the bracket.
Ask Sims to rig it. Slip him a 5 or something.
No, but like this team did really good in Risen from what I've heard, and then like most
Yeah.
of them are like kind of similar. Also, what is this, bro? He has like all the subs locked in already.
That's
He's
just a
ready.
chulo thing, bro.
Yeah, he's just ready. He's like, I'm just gonna play with a different roster every week. That's kind of crazy.
You never know with chulo.
Is Chulo Doki IRL?
You never know, bro.
Yeah,
No way, it's gonna
I'm
add.
sorry, that's too funny.
It's just.
But no, shout out to Nightmare. He's a really good ADC. That's a really good pickup, but he's not starting, so I guess.
The subs are arguably
it doesn't
better
matter.
than
Yeah, only the starters really matter unless they make an actual change.
Exactly.
They're just for the bench rating, you know what I mean? But he's
Well,
a good ADC. I've played with him in Nameless. I was supporting him. So if he could do good when I'm supporting, then he's a good ADC. You know that.
I don't know why you were supporting.
Exactly. I was like, damn, bro, you gotta go find yourself a support.
That was a roster.
Hey yo, I
Jesus.
have a shout out to do here. Kazuo Nakamura just became a sub here, so shout out for
Oh,
her.
Penelope,
Thanks a
stop.
lot. Thanks a lot for the sub.
Oh,
Penelope,
shit.
stop. Stop getting
Bro,
attention, Penelope. Relax.
that's a lot of money, bro. It's all the K-pop money she got. He
Just
got.
fine,
I
though.
know.
Exactly.
Relax.
All
All right.
right. So after
That was
Tiger's Eye, we're actually gonna go to another top team in Group
Yeah.
B,
yeah. Say it.
Elysium
Oh,
Omen.
Aren't they
No,
Group
no,
A?
they're
Fever's
in
in
Group
Group A.
A. You
Yeah,
went to the
Fever's in
wrong
Group
side.
B.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, never
Damn,
mind.
Cam
Forget
got
him.
dementia.
Yeah. Dude, I do have a short-term memory loss
It's
apparently.
his age.
It's called
It's his
like
age.
30s. That's what's called.
It's crazy.
But yeah, so this team also known as Sprouts, Purple Sprouts. They go with Ecall in the top lane, Guster Posey, Kobit in jungle, Kobita mid, Dilly ADC, and Aerocross support. And they just made an addition of Spread Them Chicks and Sub for the team.
What was that?
I don't know.
I mean, for me personally, this is just like the purple sweat from last, but obviously, as you said,
Literally
um,
is.
I have more like I have a lot of respect for the bot lane. Like Dilly, Arrow have played a lot, and they're really good together. After yesterday's match, or was it yesterday or the day before
It
yesterday?
was Friday. Friday.
Yeah, it was on Friday. I don't know about the team as a whole. They lost to ETNM.
Oh, that
That's a
batch.
fact.
Yeah.
That
That was
batch.
interesting. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just an off day. You know, everybody has off days, and maybe it was their off day. They were undefeated before this.
I don't know,
Um,
bro.
yeah, they lost, and they lost like an interesting fashion. Their drafts were interesting to me. Um, so yeah, I mean, even then, the bot lane was like doing really well. So again, they're gonna be a top two, top three bot lane in the league for sure. But I don't know how their team is doing after that loss. That's a mental devastation right there.
I bet they're chilling, but I don't know.
I'm
This
joking.
team, this team is definitely one of the better teams. But I get scared saying that because, like,
From
I
what they
mean,
did on Friday.
there was that, and then like last Divinity split, they lost to Syndicate randomly,
Right.
and then
Right.
everyone was just like really confused. So
Yes.
I mean, it seemed like on paper they're like really good, and like even in game they're really good. But it's like I feel definitely think their bot lane's the strongest part of their team by far. Like
Yep.
Dilly's one of the best ADCs, period. And then Arrow's really good too. I heard he's kind of crazy, like it's the stuff he like thinks about doing. And then Yikal is a good top laner too. Some people say he's too coin flippy.
Mhm.
I don't know what to say about that personally, because that's just the way it goes sometimes. And then Kobita and Gunner, it's like Kobita, we're pretty sure he is a support man that plays
He
mid.
is. Yeah.
So it's like, how does he do against like the really 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 good like mid laners, which I don't think there any are in Titan, so we don't got to worry about that. But I don't know. This team, they should have a much easier path to like finals in theory this time, but anything could happen. That's seen on Friday, so
I would say Kobita has been playing though as a mid lane for a few months now.
he's just giving it up.
Yeah,
Too much
so
support.
he's getting a lot better and improving because even the
Pretty sure it's his birthday today too.
yeah, and because even if like he's maybe not be up par to like one of the better mid laners in the league, but he's still putting on a lot of good numbers, playing let's say mid pack range. So he's always playing well. He's playing solid, and he plays really well with his team. Um, so yeah, it's really surprising how this team turned out to be, and I think they're coming in solid just because it's a group of five that they're being playing. I think it's gonna be the third split together. So
At this point.
that definitely is gonna help them to overcome any issues. But we have to see whether their drafting is gonna be an issue or not because we were never really expecting them to lose to New Moon on Friday. Even I wasn't expecting, but it happened for whatever reason, right? So these guys are really good individually, and they can definitely be on top, like on par with the best teams. It's just gonna be depending on like what they want to do that day with that game of that draft. as things turns out to be. But overall, I think this team is definitely going to be able to get playoffs. But the question is, will they do the same thing that happened against Syndicate? Will they do the same thing that happened with New Moon? Only time will tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me move to the next one here. Eden's Snapdragons is going to be our next team. We were briefly talking about them in before we started the stream.
No leaks, no leaks.
Eden's is going with Isodak, top, Technics, jungle, Major, mid, Wild Goose Chase, ADC, Sharkbait is support, and they got Sad Lantern as sub with Hayseed. Now, these guys, Isodak, Technics, Major, have been pretty much the core of the team for the last three splits, and I'm just surprised to see Sad Lantern be moved to sub. Maybe some IRL stuff happening, but they picked up Wild Goose Chase and Sharkbait. That was actually out. He's one of our subs in AGL. He's very good support. He actually got pretty. He got even better when we were running him and talking about pointing out things that he can improve. So I think he can definitely be a good addition for the team. I just don't know how well Goose Chase is going to be able to perform. I'm not. I have never seen him playing ADC, so that is pretty much it. So I'm thinking more of these teams going to be the top side, picking up and stepping up to make sure Eden's is still going to fight for playoffs.
Yeah, with this team, I definitely think this is gonna be a mid jungle team because Major has shown and Technics has shown that they can both carry, and then Goose, I don't think he's played ADC since spring of last year in Titan. So it's really interesting to see him return to ADC. Because Isodak and Wild Goose were both part of the BDE squad that won Titan in spring. So it's going to be interesting to see them kind of play together again as well. I can't confirm that Lantern has IRL stuff, which is why he's only a sub right now. But as a whole, I mean, I think this is definitely going to be a team, which I think it's actually going to be a consistent theme throughout this entire league. It's going to be top side of the map all season long, unless the meta and basically any massive patch changes come through. Top side's going to be the deciding factor all across the board.
Yeah, I mean, I play with Technics a little bit, and I've seen a few of them, like Major. I've seen play. I've seen Sharkbait play, and I don't know anything about Goose Chase or Isodeck. So I can't really speak on them about it. But I feel like this team is, as you said, mid jungle carry, but it's mostly about gonna be like jungling and how good Technics is able to take his lead and get them the wins. Because they've even last split, it was like this team, and they had a good bot lane like Killbot and Red Lantern, who's now Sad Lantern, who's a sub now. But even then, it was more about techniques and him being strong in the jungle and him being making leads. And when he wasn't here, when he went for his trip, whatever, like the team looked really shaky. So now that he's back, he has a different roster somewhat. It's going to be interesting to see how this team as a whole is able to accomplish, like what it's able to accomplish, especially with Sharkbait and Techniques play not too much together, and support jungle is a really good synergy that you need to have. And Sharkbait and Techniques haven't, to my knowledge, haven't played that much, so it's going to be interesting.
I'm curious to see if this team, like, it's like Technics is the name of this team that like really like I look to like be the driving force for the most of their wins.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious to see like if they could get things moving without jungle assistance. Because I mean, if you he's a really good jungler. Right? He plays his style and he plays it well.
Right.
But if they don't get him going, are they just going to be dead in the water immediately, or are these four, the rest of the four, good enough to get their own leads so that they can help the jungler out? And in Group A, I feel like there's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be really tough against. So I think it's going to be a really uphill battle for these guys. But only I think their synergy and their knowledge of how each other play will really show if they could handle this or not.
Kiora hasn't said anything in a while.
I mean, I do think this is really going to go into how will they. If another team in A slips up, I think they can definitely capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't expect them to necessarily make playoffs if they just play at the level that we expect them to be at.
Yeah, I
Right.
like the way you put that.
Damn, he should speak more.
For real.
So I mean, basically, it's just saying like there's no competition coming from this team. That's what he's saying, right?
All right.
Okay.
Definitely not what I said.
He's not
All
right.
right, slow it down a bit there, bud.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to bring it up a little the pace.
Honestly.
No worry. I mean, again, I always had like a good relationship with Shark. Again, always try to help him to even improve, and I just expect Goose to also come up and show up like better than he did last split. But overall, I do think this team is gonna be fighting for something in the league. So I'm just excited to see because my like if I am, if I'm looking at Snapdragons, my eyes are on Technics and Major as the top two guys on this team. Now,
Yeah.
we will swap over here to the left, and we're gonna start talking about Eclipsing Tide Solar.
Frauds.
Now, now Solar is coming with Psycho Ghost in the top lane, Nation in the jungle, Ivar in mid lane, Dark here in the ADC position, and Trucks as support, and finalizing the sub with the Fox. Now, this is pretty much exactly the same team as the Aegis roster, just
Pretty much
changing.
below.
Yeah, just changing Ivor for Outrage.
Mhm.
But yeah, so let me ask CZ. Well, let's start with you. What do you think about Solar since you guys literally just faced them like a week ago?
Solar, in my opinion, is a solid team. I think where their strengths really lie is at least in the when the AGL, it was like the mid jungle was really good, and then bot is also good, but Dark really needs a lead to really get anything going.
Ooh.
So, but no, for real, I played with Nation for a while. He's the person that got me in the comp.
Oh.
He is a good jungler. He could play both styles. He could play a carry, and he could also play like supportive, which I think a lot of junglers really lack because too many people have egos. Um, but he does it both pretty well. Um, I think the top laner. Let me choose my words correctly here. The top laner is good for y'all. I think he is good for what y'all want, and he's a much better improvement of the guys you used to have.
Right.
So yeah, he works well with the team. I think your bot lane is good, actually. Like no bull. I don't troll him, but you guys are actually a good duo. Like Trux is a veteran. Every year he gets older, he gets more chips. So maybe this is actually ET's turn for a chip.
Exactly.
But,
Hey, that's the deal on the table, right? You guys
Hey.
get us a chip.
You know, so that's what it looks like. Because I know Dark is cool. Dark is good at the game. Him and Trucks, as long as they get along really well, they'll make it work. But the question mark I got is Ivar in the mid. I wonder how well he works with this team. I want to know how long they've been playing with Ivar. If it's just something new, because y'all are playing with Chulo in AGL. So I don't know how scrims are working with that, but he did pretty well in Obsidian. Don't know why he couldn't finish the split, but what he did when he was here was good. So I think y'all are definitely going to be a good team. Aren't y'all in Group B?
We're Group A.
Solar's on
Oh, Group
A.
A? I
Yeah.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. This is
Yeah.
but
it's
gonna be fun.
it's going definitely to be fun. These guys. So the pretty focus of Solar is the fact that this is the same four guys that have been playing on AGL for a couple weeks now, and as you said, we had a few changes on the roster like top, and we also swapped Technics for Nation on AGL. Um, and Nation has been picking up the pace pretty fast in relationship with the team. He has been playing with Dark on other roster as well. So we're pretty excited that Solar is gonna put on a good fight as we're seeing them picking up the pace a little bit in the past couple weeks. So I'm definitely excited to see Solar coming in because I am now like I feel really confident on Solar. I think these guys are showing up pretty good, and I just wanna everyone else to see it too. So just excited to see these guys play and see their walk in Titans fall split.
Mhm.
Do you have anything to add, Dark?
Come on, Dark. What you got to say about your team, though?
Um, I think Group A is so stacked. Like it's gonna be really hard for anybody to fight it. But for my team specifically, as you said, like Ivor and the whole team hasn't played with Ivor like that much, but he has a pretty easy play style to adapt to, is what I've like seen from the few scrims that we did get with him. So it shouldn't be that hard to come in and play with just one different person, right? Because the other four are playing, and the top lane has been like our roster had a lot of problems in AGL in the beginning. Like we didn't have a good top laner. We didn't Technics and Nation thing what happened, and then we're like, okay, we just take Nation then, and then we changed our top laner. And now that we have played with each other a little bit, like I think every week that we play together, we get better, just a little bit. So just seeing that improvement, I think we just need to, if we're able to get some more scrims in, which is really hard for this team, because not a lot of people have a lot of time, and that's why like rescheduling is like painful, which we had to deny I think tomorrow. But anyways, the team in itself, the four people that have been playing together, as I said, we have been doing decent. We've had some scrims with the other good teams on like Titan, and we've seen where we lack. And I think going into Titans, we're definitely a lot more confident than we were going into AGL. And yeah, we're not doing too bad in AGL either. So I guess it's like we're not the bottom tier. We're not the frauds yet. Okay.
No. I would say definitely not frauds. Because I was gonna like as we go to the next team, I have some really hot takes to say. So definitely, I don't think we're frauds anymore.
Relax, Cam. Relax.
Relax.
Wait, I'm not saying anything bad.
Okay, I mean, no,
Elysium one time, jit.
yeah, one. Bro, they beat the best team in their
No,
division.
I'm not gonna. I will not touch that. I will not touch something else. So.
Yeah, I.
Okay, but yeah, I
Division.
mean, I think last time when ET played, and it was with me, Cam, and X, and Zon, and Spy Kid, I think we were fine. We were a good team. And then going into playoffs, we just lost our way a little bit, and we lost. But I think definitely this time, we have a good cohesive group of people, and Cam's like our sixth guy. He's like always looking over, so it's kind of like it's kind of cool. It's pretty cool to play on this team.
Yeah, that is the goal, man.
All right, talk your shit now, ETM.
So just bringing on to the next ET team, New Moon. This team is pretty much exactly as what we have in AGL as well. Going with Downfall top lane, Road, Step Road, Jungle, Buckbee mid lane, IQ of Coconut ADC, Fallen X Warrior support, and ETX as a sub for this team. So this team right now is becoming a new face of ET, just because this team is going to start playing so many different leagues. So you guys will see this name in Titans, Aegis, ZGG, and there's also a TPO league that's going to happen on Saturdays that you also will be seeing. So this team
Good
is
lord, bro.
yeah, this team is going to be playing a lot like starting this week. So yeah, and these are just because the guys wanted to do. Like it's not like I'm forcing anybody to play.
Yeah,
They just ask, hey, this guy wanted me like ET to represent on this league, so yeah, we can do it. But yeah,
Dictator Cam.
exactly. So, and these guys have been playing together for a couple months as well. Um, and the only reason why I think that these guys are evolving is because when Axe is able to play, he's able to bring a lot of better things to the table and be able to, control the team a little better. So I do expect New Moon to be evolving from now on. And I do think they have the capacity. Obviously, I don't think they are close to what ET Solar has been shown and what other teams has shown. But I do think New Moon is not gonna be like your bottom feeder anymore. I think they're gonna be able to step up to at least put some challenge to the table. Obviously, they still need to prove themselves a lot. So I'll just leave it as that. But I do have faith that these guys are coming up better and better every week.
Mm.
If that's
Yeah,
the case,
for
I'd
sure.
expect them to get better as the split goes on. And luckily, they should have an easy time getting in the playoffs in Group B. So it really comes down to how well they do in playoffs. Then, if they can
Exactly.
really, take good effect of all the games that they're going to be playing, then.
Yeah.
Um.
I Go ahead.
No. You go. You go. I'm still
I was just
thinking.
saying. I mean, it's definitely true. Like they've been doing better every week. Like obviously, there's been a few weeks they do good and then they fall off. Like I think they lost to Catalyst or something. I don't actually know, but that was like a not the greatest series, right? And then they beat Elysium right after. So it's like I don't actually know how good they are because like they're losing to a weaker team, they're winning against a better team, right? And then going into Titan, it's going to be like oh, are they actually that good or was that like fluke of a series? You know what I mean? And then
Mhm.
we'll see though because like Kira said, Group B should be like easier for them to get to playoffs. So if they're able to like just get to playoffs, they'll have a lot of weeks to improve as a team. And they're playing into like I don't know how many leagues you said, 3, 4. So they should be getting a lot of team practice in league environment, like competitive environment, I guess, in a more serious environment. So they should just get better, um, in theory.
Yeah,
Um.
they're just gonna have so many reps in as a squad. So it's
Yep,
like they're either gonna be so burnt out or they're just gonna be like just
it's better.
molded to perfection, eroded into the perfect sculpture of a
Yeah.
team.
I think for me, the team looks really different without X, and
Right.
that's the part that I'm kind of like up in arms about because it's like I see X sub them like quite often as is, and it's like they're not always gonna have him. Like he's not their starter, so it's not him they need to rely on. They need to rely on their regular five. And I gotta ask myself, would their regular five have beaten Elysium and AGL? And I don't really know the answer to that question. Like I'm leaning towards no, but
We all know it's a no.
Like
No,
I've
It's
played
a
with
no.
X.
wait a
hey,
minute.
I've
Wait a
played with
minute.
X, and the thing with X, like I've played with him in a scrim. Like he filled in for a scrim one time, and X is pretty vocal. Like on like in terms of the macro basis, X is extremely vocal, and like he has a pretty good mind for the game. So it could just be the fact that he was kind of like micromanaging the team, like dragging dragging them across the finish line, and just calling the game as it is. Because he's very vocal. I can't say that. I don't know. I haven't played with Downfall in terms of that aspect of it, but like I know X is extremely vocal, so that could have been a difference maker for this squad.
yeah, like their roster itself is like it doesn't like you look at it, it doesn't exactly overwhelm you. It doesn't make you feel like any sort of way. It's just like, oh, okay. But like realistically, it's like these guys have played together for a minute now. They, in theory, should be like I don't know. They should have a level of play that's better than teams that are just coming in.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's really going to be curious to see how they do against the other teams in their group. Because realistically, it's possible they get into playoffs.
hmm
But even though we said Group B is weak, they still have some decently good teams that they have to get through. So it's gonna be like they gotta show their shits. So
Agreed.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
Mhm.
like when and if you watch the games where Axe isn't playing, and this is not to say like it's downfall fault or downfall can't do it is. It's not because I'm not in the any comms to like see how they are when downfall is, but have been able to play with Axe for many months. Like I understand like when he knows like how to set up to get himself ahead, and when he is ahead he's able to drag and do so much more for the team versus if downfall is ahead, for example. So he was going to be able to say, hey, we're going to fight this way, we're going to come from this place, hey, don't go over there. He's going to guide the team a little bit to make sure that those small mistakes that very often we see New Moon doing, like, walking somewhere where they shouldn't be walking because, it's just dangerous, we don't have vision of them, things like that, they they weren't doing when they do less when Axe is online, right? So it makes a lot of difference because it does feel like Axe has more experience with comp and how teams play in general. But I do think when Doubtful is he's playing, he hasn't been completely bad or anything like that. Is more like the team kind of falls short in some in-game decisions. It kind of feels like they start questioning like what they should do here and there, but it's improving. I can see a slow improvement as I'm like following these guys on stream, almost like every other week. But it's just something that they need to pick up because if they decrease those small little errors, then there's a chance where the game is going to be more even for longer, and they would have a better chance to fight a Baron, fight a Dragon, or something like that, as opposed to just you get yourself like a 5k gold lead every game, because that's just easy, right? Imagine if your team is able to get a 5k gold lead, let's say at 15, 16, 20 minutes every game, then it's really hard for you to lose with that sort of lead. But yeah, that's pretty much the only big difference that I see coming from these two guys.
Yeah, I mean, I played with X a fair amount, like not only on ET last season, last split, whatever, but I played with him before, and he's pretty vocal. He does a good draft, like good chunk of drafting, from what I've heard for the team, and usually when he's not in charge, it's like pretty doom and gloom. So I don't know. Maybe it is just X Gap, and but at the end of the day, if they really feel like that, they can always just be like, "Alright, down for your sub. Good luck."
I
And
mean,
they
Divinity could
Wow.
do that, but it's like, will they do that?
I
Probably
don't know. I'm
not.
just saying that if you want to win, you know what I mean?
If
Cam
you want
said,
to win.
yeah. I'm just blaming Downfall now. No, Downfall's
Yeah,
good.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah.
damn.
Wow.
Let
Nah.
Downfall relax, bro. Damn.
But yeah.
All right.
Now moving to the next one. Next one's gonna be an interesting one. Next one is friend zoned. Friend zone. We go here with our guest TLP in the top lane,
Loaded
Singular
logo.
Brad in the jungle, Dark Wankre in the mid, Wisdom as an ADC, Mystic Azzy as support, and finally Rendoman as a sub. Um, Pretty good names. I believe these guys are always like fighting for playoff. Actually, the last for fun team you guys made, at least Singular Brad and Dark made, they went to playoffs in the last round, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I feel like this team is gonna be has the potential to do some upsets and do some dirty work in the league. So TLP, tell me a little bit more about your team. What do you expect you guys to do? How do you see yourselves, and how you see your competition?
Yeah, this team is basically the brain baby of me and Brad wanting to play together for the longest time. And then like I've played with Dark as well before. I was a sub on the roster, but I was a pretty active one. For the roster that won VAS last year. So, and then I think Brad's won Titan. So I mean, this team is just a couple friends that just been wanting to play together, but we haven't had a chance to. Azzy and Wisdom are like the ones that we brought on. Azzy was actually my support when I won ASL in winter. So, but Azzy's extremely vocal. I think she just kind of gets her in her own way. She's way better than she actually is, like in solo queue, like in
I
a
was about to
competitive.
say, because that shit says silver one, my boy.
No, bro. Like
Whoa,
no, like in a competitive environment, she provides so much. She
I'm about to
provides a
say, like,
lot.
hey, that's cool though. But like, well,
It
so
says
do what?
silver one. I know. Hey,
Nice.
If
just
you
give her
fork
time. Give her time. Give her time. That's all I'm saying.
All right, man.
Just give her time.
Uh,
But I definitely like this team is going to be interesting to see because like we've all played together in some capacity. So stylistically, and also stylistically, I think we all fit together pretty well. Because Brett has carry champs. Dark is just consistent, and I think has a ridiculous amount of chips. He always comes in on a roster as a sub, and then somehow just wins the chip for that team. So I mean, I don't know if you guys have any opinions on us.
okay. I'll get into it then. We're being
All right,
conservative.
let me mute so I can't
No, I've played against Dark once like a decent amount of times. I'm pretty sure like I played him when I first got into like Risen, which was like my first league ever. And
Mhm.
he's won a lot of things. Like he's won plat leagues. I'm pretty certain he's everywhere. So like this guy he's really good. I remember I played against him when he was like playing support. Like he was playing support for one of his teams. He played like Lissandra. It was so troll. But he's like he's a
Yeah.
he's a really good player. But he's like actually like playing the game. So
Mhm.
like he's good. Bread, one of the other really known names in the scene. Very
Mhm.
solid. Gets a lot done. He really beats up on people. I think his
Yeah, he's
pool's really good.
efficient.
Yeah, his pool's really good with the meta. I like it a lot. And then TLP, the Ornn player himself, probably one of the better Orns. Usually, like at least in my opinion, I like letting people have Ornn because it just lets me play Gwen. I love Gwen, but
Yeah.
there are some people who play Ornn. You probably don't want to deal with it. So it's not gonna be TLP. We'll see how many people actually ban your Ornn because some people will just by ego you. We'll see how many
Yeah.
times they get burned by that.
Yeah, I probably won't get it. Like it's kind of expected. It's like I'm not gonna get it.
Hey, you never know. Depending on how good your team is, there might be other things to leave you there. But
Mhm.
Sir.
your bot lane, like Wisdom has a 73% win rate. That's kind of yucky. But your team looks like they have a really good style that they like to play. You seem like just a solid front to back team and nothing crazy, just like good gameplay. Probably.
Standard. We're just very freaking standard.
I said probably, so let's relax. I'm not gonna jump the gun because I don't want my statement to be like, "Yo, these guys might be really good," and you guys like go like,
No. I'm saying like our style. Our style is
"Yeah,
really freaking standard.
your style is so simple that if you fuck it up, I'm gonna flame you every time. I promise you. If your
Yeah.
game is ever streamed, I'm clipping every one of your deaths. I'm like, yo, he's boosted."
All right. Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Anyone else got anything to say? Come on.
Well, I got hot takes, I guess. I'm like,
Oh.
I think most of these players are overrated. No,
Mm,
their
let's
time
get
to
into
shine.
it.
Their time to shine is over. I think like all these players have
Yeah.
been playing for like 10 years. I think, and it's time to take over. Like I don't know. I don't
He
know if they
said.
make playoffs or what.
He
Are you
said,
guys
"When's
gonna
the
send us
last
to the
time?"
retirement home? Is that what
He
you're trying
said,
to
"When's
say?
the last time?" He said, "When's the last time Bread won anything?" He's like,
Exactly.
"Damn."
That's what I said exactly.
Wow.
But honestly, I feel like I feel this is not to flame anybody, especially TLP because he's in the call.
Yeah,
But
it's good. Go ahead, flame me. Flame me.
no, I am not trying to flame you. But I feel like
Let's see.
this is for fun roster. No, I just feel like it's a for fun roster, and if it is, then them taking off games over like better teams will be just even more funny to watch because if they're not trying hard and other teams are like super try hard and losing, then it's gonna be really wacky. But I've not seen a lot of these players be like outstanding where I'm like, okay, well this team is just gonna take something. But I don't know. I'm not yeah, I wasn't trying to be toxic, but that's how I
Are
feel
you
about
sure about that?
But then, like,
Tell me how you really feel, dog. Tell me how you really feel.
I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick to what I said, but like yeah. That's yeah.
I mean, we are like in essence, we are a fun roster, but like it's not by any means like we are like we're not gonna we're not dream defeat. We're not gonna end drafts and stuff like that. We are gonna take it semi seriously, but we're not. This is definitely a forefront roster. There's a lot of people that just wanted to play together.
I expect y'all to make playoffs, and if you don't, in that group,
I don't expect them to make playoffs.
There you go.
Look at
Let's
the
go,
group.
TRS.
Look at the
Speaking of-
group. It's free. Like, who's beating them? TD? No.
Here's
Like,
the thing,
TPO?
right?
No.
It's so free they still can't make it. All right.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Reverse psychology in it.
What are we?
Crazy.
2017 TSM here? Like, come on,
I'm
bro.
telling you, dude. Bro, I mean, I'm gonna believe in them. I'm gonna believe. I believe in the front to back dream. I think they could at least make playoffs, dude. That's like so piss easy in that group.
I mean, you say that, but when all the teams are the same level, anyone can take it.
That's true.
That is true.
I mean, yeah, actually. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly. That's my
If you're
point.
gonna say
that there's like top 2 and everybody's the same, then anybody can take it, right?
But the top half is good.
I think so. I think in our group B, I think it's real. It's just like there's 2 clear top 2, and then like
yeah.
3 through 5 is arguably up for grabs. I'll say that.
I would
Right.
say 3-3-6 can all go anyway. I think there's one expected 7 team, so
Yeah, the elephant.
The elephant in the room.
I mean,
I guess this is my question to TLP, because I cannot talk shit.
Uh-huh.
What would you say your end result would be in this split, just so that I can keep you to it?
I'll say 4. I say
4 wins. 4 wins.
I
to you?
no. I'm saying 4th place in our group. I'm being realistic.
Yeah,
Okay,
who do you
yeah.
tell me? Who do you clear in this group?
Oh, who do I
Let's
clear?
get into
Yeah.
it.
All
Yeah,
right.
obviously.
What teams do you clear in this group? Let's get into it.
I say
Mhm.
TPO for sure. I say
Okay.
TDK. I mean TDD, or yeah, I think so as well.
Mhm.
yeah, and that's it. All right, move on.
No. And I
He's
chill,
like,
chill.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know enough about the people on Going Insane. And I'm being honest.
We're talking about
don't-
it soon.
No, I'm being honest. I don't know enough about Going Insane to make an honest opinion. I think me and Outrage, I think that's going to be a fun match to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you think there's a chance against Tiger's Eye?
There's always a chance against
I'm
Chulo.
gonna be honest against Tiger Eyes. I think 2-1. I think if we
Yeah.
lose, it's 2-1, and
okay.
if we
Look,
win, it's 2-1.
If
Regardless.
Amethyst won Risen, I would say nah, it's 2-0, but they lost to.
Oh,
that
and then
TAT
against
that
New
TET.
Moon, New Moon, it's 2-0. We
Well,
win.
you win.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Oh.
I think we clear
I'm
New
not gonna
Moon.
lie, he's spitting low key. Like,
Okay, you know what? This is all on like the recording, so
It's recorded. Don't worry. Clip it.
yeah, please do stream that TPO versus Friend Zone game. That's all I would say. We can. That was good. That's good
Yo, for real.
for real.
That's
All right.
content.
Oh God. Yeah, Sam's in the chat saying that if we forgot that Friend Zone has a 4 times All-Star jungler, but is this
No,
like?
you didn't.
I mean, but is this like what 2018 All-Star
Yeah, that's what I
jungler?
said, bro. That's like days of the future past, bro. We
No,
don't.
but here's the thing, though, Brett. Right now, the way the jungle meta is, I think it's so good for Bread right now.
What's good for bread?
That's actually true. He plays Maokai a lot.
The jungle
I would
meta.
not-
I
Yeah,
think the jungle
Maokai,
meta is really good for him.
Look,
So
bro.
I
I
mean,
think he could do really well.
Yeah, the jungle meta is
What-
good for them, but they don't have a team to capitalize on it, so it doesn't.
Damn!
matter.
He said, "What is your bot lane gonna do against Fever? Nothing."
violation.
I'll be seeing y'all. Don't worry.
Go, go, go.
Yo, Kiora is like violating
like
the
this,
whole
I like
team.
this.
Wait,
I
who's
like this.
actually? You know what? I'm actually really excited for. Let me see what week. I'm excited for week 3, honestly, because that's my cross map. That's our cross group play, and we play
You
row.
got row.
We got row. I'm excited for that one though. That's what I'm
Row?
waiting
Wait,
for.
who's row?
The Grotto Ring.
Gaming.
Are you
Yeah.
slow?
I am.
No, he's row. He's really row.
All
It's
right.
like row is like a short form for a team. No, it's Dorado. Okay, my bad.
Oh my God.
Look,
Why would you
man.
not say dog R? Like that's like their short now.
Yes,
That would
bro.
work.
It's always dog something. Like we call
Yeah.
dog sight, dog piss.
Dog. Oh, okay.
It was perfect.
Anyways, moving forward.
Oh God. Yeah, the next team is going insane. Going insane with Vino in the top lane. Sometimes maybe in the jungle, Kilgar mid, Pen ADC, Relics support, and they got themselves a couple subs. I am Willis, Jucifer, and Tortuga. Just a note is I don't know if these names will continue because they're marked as illegible, and I vaguely remember Sam saying that he was going to remove the illegible players or something like that, but I just don't remember. So they might change, they might not change for tomorrow.
Damn, Sam's get to work, son. Actually, man and knowledgeable people.
Yeah, what are you
Nonetheless,
doing in this?
we updated this.
What are
the
you
spreadsheet.
doing?
What are you doing here? Start changing the roster doc.
Yeah,
What the
come on, Sam. Shit.
But yeah,
If nobody knows going ghost, I have a few notes on them.
So
Okay.
the only thing that I know about going Ghost Insane is I've heard that their Vino is crazy. And
Yeah,
it's gonna
Vino's
sort of
really
run over
good.
Everybody.
That should be fun then.
Yeah,
I'm
I've heard
excited.
that. I've heard that a lot from a certain somebody that I know. But Vino is really fucking good. Like he is definitely like top 5 top laner in this league.
and speaking of
Big
Vino, he
Kilgar guy.
just confirmed these guys that I mentioned, they are going to be eligible. So
Yeah,
going insane
yes,
is clear.
sometimes Mini's already eligible. They got their games in, so
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
ops. Yeah, but I think they're top shot. I think Vito, Kilgar are definitely the two names in this team I look at. I'm like, okay, that's like two really clear win cons immediately. Um, I think I don't know the jungler too well. I've never seen their lane before. Maybe it's because I'm still new. Just look at their OP though. They have a solid pool that looks really, really good to be able to set up other people in their team. So I expect a good showing for their top side. The question mark, like so many other teams in this damn league, is the bot lane is sus. Like it's super sketchy. Like I don't know. I've heard things about the ADC, and I mean, I'm a nice person most of the time, so I'm not gonna say, but like I'm praying for them. I've heard a lot of like I heard they be inting sometimes, man. But like,
now I've heard that Relics is a really good bot laner, so I'm not too worried about
all right,
their.
maybe it's not. I heard Penn is like questionable whether he's good or not. I hope he is. I hope he proves people wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like a comeback story. I like proving people wrong. Shit, you know. I just go off of what I'm told. From what I'm told, you know, he's alright.
He's
I is not
alright.
good. I
I
is
think
not good though.
He's
Relics
alright.
should be able to get them through laning phase, and then from there they should be fine.
Yeah.
All they have to do is make sure that they don't int so hard that Vino and Kilgar can't carry them.
Well, it
I,
looks
I
like
expect them. I expect them to make playoffs.
Me too.
Mhm.
But when they get there, that then's gonna get a little sketchy. So if they gotta go against teams from Group A, I think 3 and 4 going against most teams from Group A is gonna be really, really weird. So we gotta see. We gotta see what's gonna happen.
I believe Corrido mentioned that this bot lane was really good in the draw show. But outside them, Kilgar is probably the most well-known person here. I think he also played in many. I think I've seen him in many positions before, Kilgar. And
Hey yo.
yeah,
Hey, all right, Cam, let's
That's-
relax there, bud.
Hey yo.
What you mean
What
by
kind of
that?
positions?
Yeah, what kind of positions, Cam?
no, I mean I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying because we used to scrim. So Dark is gonna remember. We scrimmed with a lot of going ghost teams. So that's just like
I'm
me
just joking,
remembering
okay.
where Kilgar is. So
No, I remember Kilgar. I remember sometimes Mini. I think Mini Beast, his name was before. He was really good jungler in BOL that I played in, I guess. And then Kilgar was like a really good mid laner, and then he just didn't play for the team. I guess he like didn't have time or whatever. So them together, like I think that's a really good mid jungle duo. But yeah, I don't really know anything about like the other bot lane. Like I have no idea. I've heard Vino is good, but like I have no idea how this bot lane plays. But Kilgar and Mini Beast, if they're able to get ahead, like they'll just carry the team, in my opinion.
but
Yeah.
yeah, this is the team that TLP gotta clear, right? If they want to make to playoffs.
True.
So yeah,
I know. I think the team they have to clear is New Moon.
that too.
Mm.
That too.
New Moon's the
I-
gatekeeper.
I would expect Going Insane to be third in B, with New Moon and Friend Zone fighting for fourth.
Honestly, I can see that. I can see that. Good
Yep.
take.
Good take. Good take.
Good
True,
take.
true.
Good take, Kiora. One of the
Now,
best.
moving to the next guys, we have Shiba Squad Wolf Warriors. These coming with Feathers and Fur on top lane, Corny in the jungle, Corrido mid lane, Thunder MacBuster ADC, and Peacemaker as support. And they picked it up Fourth Spada and Big News as subs for this team. Two extra top laners.
Look, first and foremost, Feathers, best player in every league he's in. Feathers is the gold standard. Feathers is
True.
one of the best players. He plays his style, and he plays it fantastically. Everybody loves Feathers, and if you don't, you gotta start loving him. Otherwise, the roster, I think it's pretty good, honestly. Peacemaker, he won decent amount of chips for TB Rangers, I'm pretty sure. Thunder Busters is having a really good showing AGL, all things considered. Uh, Corrido is like, I'm pretty sure he's an Aegis admin. I've never seen him
Yeah.
play, but if he put this team together, I'm pretty certain he has to be pretty decent at the game. And then Corny, I mean, I don't know. He plays Gragas, and that's pretty dope. So I expect good things.
Yeah, and I do think they also have some good, interesting pickups with Spada and Big News that can potentially be like really, really good players. Because I think on the teams that they've been playing recently, they are like playing pretty well and excelling on their own. So pretty good selection for Wolf Warriors. Definitely gonna be fighting for in the stacked Group A.
They're not fighting for it. They're clearing it. They're first for sure in Group A.
Ooh.
For
I don't know
sure.
about. I don't know about.
It's for sure. I mean, isn't this like a quote unquote old plat roster team? From what I heard, that Guido, Corny, and I don't know, they were like plat players.
I think they've played in plat leagues before, but I don't recall specifically.
I don't know anything. All I know is that I'm never gonna. Only team I'm not. You know, there are 6 teams in Group A that can make playoffs, and it's gonna be fun to see which one gets there.
Yeah, because
You know,
definitely two
Yeah.
are dropping. So that
at least one is definitely not gonna make it. But
Okay, Credo is in chat and he's saying we were all plats except Feathers, so
Feathers is diamond in his old life. You don't gotta worry about that, man.
exactly.
Feathers advantage.
I have also not seen anybody from this roster except Feathers play, but
all
they
right,
have some really good subs. They have
you,
Rare Rock, they
you're
have
gonna see
Espada.
tomorrow.
The subs don't matter unless they play. They're just there
Exactly.
for namesake.
No, I'm just
Only
saying.
people you need to worry about is their starting 5, and that starting 5 is good. Period.
No, I'm saying if the subs are good, then the starting core has to be good now. That's what I'm saying. Why would you
I mean,
just
no,
have a sub otherwise?
there are definitely teams that add subs just so the person's like on their team just in case, even though they never expect to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is an interesting team. I have no idea how they play or how much they've played before, but I know they've been like at least Credo is like an AGL admin.
yeah. I mean, we were about to see. They will play tomorrow, and we'll see how they go in the next couple of weeks to have a better idea of how they're doing together. Now, the next team is TD Darkin, coming with Beam MG, Jesus Juice, Hyperion Mist, King Vivi, and Rex. Um, Now, based on what Kurita was talking on the draw show, most of these guys are coming from an IBS league, so looking like another TD IBS team. But Jesus Juice, if I'm not mistaken, Jesus Juice 13 is on the uh, AGL team, Liter Monkeys, I believe, and he is doing pretty okay over there. being able to actually play pretty good. So I'm not sure how much of a IBS team this is gonna be, but I don't recognize the other names outside Jesus Juice. But maybe this team can be a surprise, but maybe they can't. We'll have to see how they play, unless you guys have more information on these players.
The only way this team wins a game is Jesus is dragging their dead corpses across the finish
I was
line.
just about to say that, bro. Like, yo, Jesus
Dead
Juice has to do
corpses.
so much
Yeah,
to
he
get
just got
this
like
team off the ground. It's actually insane. Like this team is playing. It was playing at LXC, which is like it was a league. It's a league, but like it's
It's
kind of
like
it's a league. It's cursed, but it's a league, and yeah, uh,
no, this he just
Yeah.
got a really bad draw of the cards. I think I've not seen anybody to be good in any leagues that I've played, but Jesus Zeus has been like a good staple. He's good on carry picks, and if he's not able to carry them, I don't think they win
he just looks
much.
so out of place in this roster. Like it's actually like crazy in my opinion. He just looks like it's like a bull in a. It's like he's an imposter. Like he shouldn't even be in this rock. He doesn't fit the puzzle with this. Like it's so weird. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it looks like him and Hyperion Miss are the top two players on the team, with Jesus obviously being the name of the team. Everyone else, as of now, are looking a bit rough. So I
What
do
makes you say
wish.
that?
I just looked
Makes me
into
that.
their op.gg, and that's why I said
What
that.
What's it say? You show it on the screen.
Well, not to scout previously, but most like outside Jesus Juice and the Hyperion, most of the guys are currently in the in silver range. So I argue that they will have a little bit of difficulties in the league.
So Jover. I mean, I'm praying for them. I hope they do. I hope their mental stays strong. Because I mean, they're in the easier group, but still, like, ah,
Yeah, it's still going to be really rough. Um,
that shit understatement.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be rough. It's not gonna be easy. And as we shift, we're going for the next TD team. Or actually, no, we're gonna go to the TPO team. TPO Blue with Stupid Trader top, Zyyatric jungle, Vishwa mid, I am Lightning ADC, Lunar Gecko, Z Rhino as sub, and Hugh Janus as sub as well.
Best
That
name in the league right there.
Fucking got him.
Got him!
damn.
Got him!
He's not. He wasn't ready for that.
Nice.
But
Dude, what? By the way, sorry, I didn't get that.
wow, this guy.
Why are you laughing this much?
I got a mute, dog.
Let's talk about
Alright.
the roster.
Yeah. Talk about
But
the roster we are here for.
one thing that I saw, I think was today, was looks like TPO is having some issues with Electric. Maybe he's not answer or something. So it looks like they're gonna go with Zed Rhino as starting jungle for tomorrow, at least based on the latest updates. But
What?
That's
Updates?
actually a huge L for them. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I definitely think
Yeah.
Electric and Vishwa are like the carries for this team. So if he's not there, that'll make their first week really rough.
Yep.
I've played
Mhm.
with Zell. I love playing with Zell. Like I think he's a solid like player. So like the fact that he's not even going to be able to start or play tomorrow, it's that's a huge L for them in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're gonna miss that. You need a very strong. Wasn't Vishwa on
That name
the
looks so
team at some
familiar.
point? Yeah, he was on New Moon, right?
yeah, so Vishra, he played I think the first couple weeks on Aegis with New Moon. But
Yeah.
he was a sub. Well, I think it was an E sub or a sub. Until he had to be changed because I think he had some issues that he had to deal with. But Vishwa has been playing Titans before with other TPO rosters.
Mhm.
He, I think he's definitely the person here to be on the lookout for TPO Blue, and definitely needs to be the carry for the team if the team wants to do anything in the league.
Uh, I'm recognizing the name Stupid Trader as well. He was from the last split of Risen. He was playing I think it was Disengage. That team went like like no wins at all, but he was like the only decent part of that team. Like he was the only reason that some people actually look at teams like, I mean, they're bad, but like at least he's trying. Like, so I mean, I'm curious to see how he does on a team that hopefully is a bit more, I don't know, competent. But I don't know. This roster could do something. I like Vishwa. I like Electric. I like Stupid Trader. If Symmetric isn't there, then it gets a little bit more cursed. But we'll see. I'm praying for them.
Yeah, I definitely think they might have a potential to get some upsets, but it's gonna be really dependent on Xyletric or Vishwa.
Yeah, I don't know what their bot lane is gonna do. It's another one of the cases of this Titan split showcasing really like bot lanes that you don't know what they're capable of. Honestly, like legitimately, it's just so wacky. Usually the top lane pool's the worst, but now it's like top lane's good and bot lane's like dog water. So
And the last team to be talked here over is TD Heist, coming in with Chai in the top lane, Bardo Jr. in the jungle, My God Samsur in mid, Resilient as an ADC, and looks like they haven't updated yet, but Helium Bamboo is not gonna be with TD Heist. Actually, it's gonna be ET Zon Lilac coming back to
Ooh.
play Titans on this roster. So pretty pumped to see Zon coming back. I definitely want to see how much he's gonna be able to do with Resilient because these two guys, I think they're gonna definitely gonna be the carries of the team. Obviously, I don't know much about Pardo Jr. and the others, but I do believe Kurita also mentioned that these guys could be IBS teams. So outside of the bot lane, so it's gonna be everything's gonna be focused on bot, trying to scale. But we'll have to see. I think this team has potential to maybe do something different. But only the weeks to come we'll see like what they're capable of.
hmm. Anybody want to go first?
I don't know if Resilient remembers me, but we've played a bunch of scrims against each other, before my BOL split. So I, I don't, I don't know if he's gonna do that well, but with Zond on the roster now, he's really vocal and he's really, it's like the X thing where X is really vocal and he does a lot of draft and shit. I think having Zon on the roster doing his shot calling and just helping the team in macro decisions is going to be really important for them because on ET roster he was like a very vocal team the last one we played on. So I definitely think that's like a boost to whoever was their original support. Um, but I don't really know if the whole team is like capable of making playoffs. Like I would put them not playoff material at the moment unless we see how they play.
Yeah. Looking at this team, the first name that stands out the most out of all of them is Resilient. Uh, I've seen his name in so many like teams across many leagues. Like, if I'm correct, I think he was. I think in the Winter EGO, I think he was playing for that TA team. I might be wrong. And that team on paper looked really good. Like they were like a really sick roster. But I don't know. But I've seen his name around. I've seen him on a TE team. I heard he's really good. I heard he's pretty vocal. Um, he should be the main member of this team. I just hope the rest of them can help. Zon Lilac should help with like like you said, the shot calling and all that. But I
Hmm.
don't know. The top laner I've seen him play in the. He's been. I've seen him. I've seen him recently. He's a nice guy. I like him. I
Well, what about his gameplay?
His gameplay is good as well. His gameplay is good as well. I wouldn't exactly put him in the top 5 of top laners. Good, but he is definitely good. Better than most other top laners that are Ash. I don't know anything about the jungler though, and I don't know anything about the mid lane, so I cannot comment on that. And if I do, I'm just gonna be saying some wacky shit. So
Resilient got an 80-second ad, so you might want to say it again.
I swear to God, I gotta add 2.
I
So did
got
I.
that
So
too.
did I.
He said, I can't
Hey,
even react to
it,
being flamed. He said
it's
21 seconds.
it's exactly like what Kazuha did. If you don't want to get those ads, man, just give it the sub.
As soon as that ad goes down, I'm gonna just say some crazy shit about Resilient.
Yeah. The 20. He said 20 seconds, like 20 seconds ago. He's okay. Speak
All
now.
right, so ads done. Resilient is ass cheeks.
Damn.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
I didn't expect you to speak facts like that. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Oh
Just
man.
kidding. We didn't really say anything bad. Resilient. So like
Nah.
nobody flamed
I
you.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like besides him, I think I maybe know Bardo, but besides that, like I don't know anybody on this roster. So
I actually have played with Bardo like one scrim, and I've played against him in like AGL. He like subbed in for Bing Chillers, the one time we played and we lost to them.
mhm.
So I don't think he's good, but he's definitely the play Maokai guy for the team for sure.
Play Maokai, play J4. Just
Shout out
go.
to Malachi.
Shout out to Maokai players all around the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
that's
are the
me.
best.
They call me Tree LP, bro, because I play Maokai.
Okay, dude.
I know.
True.
I know it's cringe. It's cringe. I know. I
No,
know.
but like we were right about this team. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, this is one of those teams where you're gonna like hope maybe they just blow your expectations out the water, but
Yeah. Mhm.
it remains. They gotta show it first because they're in that tough group. I'm pretty certain. So
Yeah, they are in. Damn.
Yeah.
They were the first ones pulled into Group A,
Yes.
God damn.
so they had no idea what they were walking into.
They showed up like, yeah, we're the big dogs. Then they got the other teams like, well, damn. Let's relax.
After about 3-4 rounds of the wheel, they tried to slide Sem's money. Like, please
Yo,
pay
yo,
someone
Sems,
else.
Sems, how much I gotta donate to Titan to get a better group, eh? Come on now.
But yeah, so these are all the teams. Let me switch the thing here real quick as we go to the standings real quick. Okay, sweet. So just as to confirm all the teams, we got a group A with TD Heist, Snapdragons, Shiba Squad, Wolf Warriors, Dynasty Bismuth, Dorado Gaming, ET Solar, Elysium Moment. Group B, we have Tiger's Eye, ET New Moon, Going Insane, TPO Blue, Friend Zone, TD Darken, and Conduit Esports Fever. So pretty stacked Group A, as everybody has talked about. Now, what I wanted to ask you guys is, um, based on what we talked earlier, based on what we see here on this group, just give me your 1 through 7 for each group. Just we're gonna have it
Shit.
1 through 7. We're gonna be quick just to make sure we get it out of the way because I just want to have the content out there so everybody can appreciate at the end of the day.
Damn.
Content. All right.
All right, Kira,
I-
go on.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
100%.
All right. Group A, 1, Shiba Squad Wolf Warriors. 2, Dynasty Bismuth. 3, Elysium Omen. 4, Clinton Type Solar. 5, Dorado. 6, Edens, and then 7, TD Heist.
Hmm.
I like the take.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go next, Dar?
Sure. No, actually.
I got it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, you go on.
Number 1 for me, I have. Shit. I was gonna put. I'm still gonna put Elysium number 1, just because like I think regular season they always do good. The number 2, I'll put. Oh goddamn, this is harder than I expected. Um,
It is.
I'll put Shiva Squad number 2. Then 3, I'll put Bismuth, and then 4, I'll put Solar. Actually, damn, nah,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
like I don't know. Remember what I said about Ro earlier? That sometimes they're really dominant, and then sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I was like, damn, because like I believe in the boys, but like, do I put
How
them
much?
above Solar?
How much do you
Because
believe in the boys?
Solar got trucks, they got Dark, they got Nation. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep Bro at 5, but like that's a loose ass 5 though. Like don't that could change instantly.
I just feel like 3, 4, 5 is just so close in
It's
A.
mad close. Like if someone messes up, then I can easily swap. And then for 5, I mean for 6, it's like Eden's, and then 7 is TD Heist. But those are interchangeable, honestly. Because I
Yep.
think Eden's, when they lost their bot lane, I think they lost so much.
Because I think with Eden when they lost their bot lane, I think Lantern is just so unbelievably insane. I think
He
Lantern's
is.
so good, and like, and it's not necessarily that his like when the AD that they had was like god tier. I just think Lantern does so much for the team as a whole. He's such a facilitator for the team.
I think a bot lane pairings matter a lot, and the
Yeah.
two really have to get along, and those two seem to really work together.
Yeah,
So I
for
think
sure.
that's like very valuable for a team. So losing that is kind of like you have to start over with something completely like I don't know, brand new. So that's why like those two teams at the bottom, TD and Eden's, is like both of their bot lanes. I don't know how much TD has played with Zod Lilac, but I don't know. It depends on how their bot lanes do.
Yep.
yeah. So I'll go next since I'll give a Dark some extra time.
Still need more time.
I don't need time. I feel like this is just gonna be wrong, whichever
All
way.
right, go for it. Go for
It
it.
don't
Go for
even
it.
matter, bro.
Because like,
I
yeah,
think Group
so,
A,
like,
either way, you're wrong. I think
yeah,
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 literally.
It's a
that's what
preseason
I
guess.
said. Like,
Things are going to
it's
change
group-
as the season goes on.
yeah, the group
True.
is so. I wouldn't say weird because like have
It
like
is.
I don't know Shiba Squad. I don't know how good they are, right? So like you guys are putting them second. I'm like I don't even know them. So maybe they're second, maybe they're sixth. You don't know.
I'm just following the wave, dude.
That's what the following the way on ET. I get it.
Yeah, me going first screwed everything up for how you guys were going to do it.
Yeah, you kind of
Exactly.
fucked me up, bro. What
Exactly.
the hell? I was gonna put Omen first because like they've been pretty solid, they've been together for a while, and then I was gonna put fuck. I was gonna put us. You know what I mean? But
You can put of course, man. Just put yourself out there.
I guess I'm gonna put myself second, like our team second, and then I was gonna put Bismuth third, and then it's a really hard between it's either Dorado or it's Shiba score, and because I don't know Shiba score, I would put Dorado fourth and then Shiba fifth, right? And then everybody else is like just bad. It's okay.
Wow. Whoa.
Talk that
God
shit.
Damn. All right, so I guess it's my turn, right?
Let's
Or is
go,
it Cam?
JLP. Let's go. Let's go.
Speak your
Alright.
truth.
All right, so I'm actually put Bismuth 1.
Oh shit! Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You put too much pressure on me, cut.
But I think Bismuth 1, Elysium 2. But I'm gonna be honest, I think it's gonna come down to game record between those two, not match record.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Damn,
I
you
think
really
it'll be-
cooking.
I think it's game record that'll decide 1 and 2.
Spitting.
Then I'm gonna put Shiba 3, Row 4,
Right.
Ooh.
and then I'm gonna be honest, no offense, Cam and Dark, Snapdragon's 5,
Wow. Snap.
then Solar 6,
Oh,
Solar
holy
6.
shit.
But I'm gonna be
Alright.
honest, 5 and 6 again, game record. That's what I'm
Okay,
doing.
Damn.
They were better at that point. They were out of playoffs.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be game record,
I'm
and
gonna be
then
honest,
high,
it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be high 7, high 7.
I'll be honest, it doesn't matter. After 4, you're just bad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
At that point,
But I think people are gonna disrespect Major.
At that
That's
point,
the thing.
just put TD Heist above us.
Solar 7. I can take that. I can take that.
Whoa, whoa.
Here, I'll say it like this: Solar somehow places last place in both groups.
Exactly.
Damn.
Let's each team.
Damn.
Solar the
Damn.
only team to lose every single game. That's crazy.
Bro, ET
Yo.
winning and losing, bro.
Alright, it's your
Jesus.
Cam's turn.
All right, so I'm thinking it's gonna be Omen first. I'm gonna go with Dark. I'm gonna put Solar second. I'm gonna put Dynasty third. Bismuth third. I'm gonna go with Row fourth.
Boy,
Shiba.
you're just copying me. The fuck?
Wait, did you say that? Okay, so I'll do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do Shiba fourth and then Row fifth. Okay, we'll do
Okay,
that.
Damn, you just let Dark do that to you. You let Dark change your mind like that. Me
No, no, no,
personally,
no.
I could never, bro.
Okay,
But like, hey,
if you go-
I know
if you
you're
go
the
back-
owner. Like,
Okay, here's the thing. If you go back to the draw show, I said those teams that's gonna qualify, but I didn't put them in the order, right? But I already forgot what I said on draw show.
look,
so
you
it doesn't
said
matter.
Bismuth was gonna miss playoffs and draw show. You ain't slick.
Did I?
Oh, whoa!
Okay,
what do
I
you
don't
mean?
remember.
Hey, slick.
Like I said, I have
Short-term memory
short-term
loss. shit's
memory
coming
loss.
Yeah, you
Yo.
ain't slick.
Yo.
Bismuth's not gonna make it, you said.
All right, fine. Okay, so I'll revoke myself. I'll put Shiba and Dorado as third and fourth, and Bismuth fifth. Okay, that's what you
Okay,
want.
there we
I'll
go.
put it that
Yeah,
in.
no,
Hey
exactly.
man, be true to you. Don't let me change your mind. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Just
just
because you made that claim before, don't mean it's the truth. The truth now. Right? Your mind
Yeah.
changes when you're human.
it's
Are you
all
gonna let me
about.
change your mind?
Cam likes being bullied. You're stealthing
Exactly.
that.
No. Because
Come on,
the thing
Cam.
is, when we go to Group B, I already forgot what I said for Group B. I think maybe Tiger's Eye first. I think what I
I
said.
can go
Okay,
first for Group B. I
No,
got Group B. Cam.
I'll just say because that's what I think I said on draw show.
Got
Because
stock options and sticky
I think
notes.
was Tiger's Eye, Fever. I think I put New Moon third, and I think I put Friend Zone fourth and Going Insane fifth. That's what I think I did.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
bugging for
okay.
you're bugging for that list.
I think
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I think what I did there. I don't know if I inverted Going Insane or New Moon. Somebody got to clip that
you
draw
was
show.
off that pack for that list. Respectfully.
I mean, I guess we're on the second group now, so we can just say that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Fever, then Tiger's Eye, and then Going Insane, and then what, New Moon? And everybody else sucks, so.
Nah, okay. This is my all right, so you're smoking. I think Fever one, regardless of whatever happens, unless they start trolling, which
Yeah, that's what I said.
y'all done that before. You Kiora, you ain't come on.
We do that all the time to get more game practice in.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm not trying to hear that bull as excuse. Yeah, but Fever number one, then it's yeah, it's Tigers after that. Going Insane number three, and I'm Friend Zone is going four. I think New Moon is going to be like in the bottom because
Really?
yes, unless EX starts like just like playing every day, which even then is like okay, well,
We can make that happen, it's fine.
what do you mean we? You're not even on that team, bro. Mind your business. Like,
I'm
let
very
them fight
persuasive.
let them
I'm
fight
very
their own
persuasive.
battles, bro. He's a busy man. He can't do everything. But yeah, I think that's realistic, you know. I think
Right.
the teams that are top four in that side, they at least have like competent teams that like could be consistent. I think with New Moon, if you let them play Elysium 10 times, they get in that one dub, and that's about it.
Exactly.
So it's
But
like
I get it, but like the thing is, are you
Yeah?
saying that the New Moon just sucks if they don't have X, like they're just bad?
y'all said that earlier. Like that's not
Is
even
that
me
what you're
saying it.
saying? It's on record. Do you want to say
That's
that?
what
Is that
y'all said. I'm just restating it. Y'all trying to put out twist words and shit. Look, you're not gonna do that to me. I didn't
It's
say
called
that.
short-term memory loss, man.
X is a yo. X is the coach. You know, X is a. You don't need to be in game to let them get to where they gotta go, bro. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust the process. And the process is gonna end them at fifth. Like I'm telling you, this is the way it works.
Okay. Well, that's a good list. What about you, Kira?
Fever first, Tiger's Eye second, Going Insane third, TPO Blue fourth. Then we'll have New Moon. Then we'll have who did I miss?
Friends.
I'll go TDD sixth and Friendzone seventh.
Oh, friend
That
zone
would've been-
Yo, the
last.
friend zone hate is crazy.
All because I hurt his feelings.
Yo, the friend zone
Yeah.
hate is insane, dude.
It's a lot of disrespect on Dark. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
A lot
like
of disrespect on
I
Dark
love
and
playing
Bread.
with Dark. He's so much fun,
Uh,
but someone's got to put you guys last, and I'll do it.
Okay. What do you mean? I put them last
Oh my
too.
God.
Bro,
putting
listen,
the
I'm not
blue
even putting
TV
myself
dark in?
first.
Wait, actually, you put them below TD
Nah,
Darkin. That's
you're
kinda
really
crazy.
putting the below TD dark. That's insane to me.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's a bit crazy.
okay,
That is
Kira, put this in
crazy.
perspective. You're putting that team below 3 silvers. Like, are you serious?
He
That's
made
what
up
you're
his
doing?
mind. What are you
He's just
trying to
trying
do?
to- trying to keep
last
me
several
humble.
times Friendzone has played, all they've done is had fun. So I expect them to start losing, be like, no, we're just having fun the whole time anyway, and troll the rest of the season.
Ooh.
True. I can't even argue against that.
All right, what? It's my turn now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go off, King.
All right. So I'm gonna say Fever 1, Tiger's Eye 2, Going Insane 3, Friend Zone 4, New Moon 5.
Okay.
Let's
Mhm.
go.
You know what? TPO 6, and then that's
See, that's
nothing.
a base list. That's a good list.
TPO 6, and then Darkin 7.
That's a
But
good list.
I was hesitant between TPO and TD for 6 and 7.
I mean, I can't blame you, but TD definitely deserves that spot. They earned it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest though. Like if
Oh, yeah,
But
they earned 6,
Dark-
I agree.
I feel like Darkin might upset like some of the
Friendzone, big true.
no. I think they'll upset a top 3 team in the group.
That always
Yeah.
happens at least once.
Because
Some
Jesus Juice is the truth.
Jesus juice is the truth. Are you saying that he'll upset Fever? Is that what you're trying to say here?
No, I think it's no one of the top 3 teams. Not
Juice versus Batman, the all-star matchup. We gotta see it.
Well, we'll see it eventually.
It's gonna be Juice versus Batman, and you got top lane on fire, bot lane on fire, mid lane on fire, but at least those two are going at it. Mano a mano. And then the Nexus explodes and Fever wins 2-0. But
The one thing I will say about Tiger's Eye that I didn't say before, I think it will open up Stubby to play a little bit more his style in a sense, because he won't have to be on tank duty all the time now. So I think he'll be able to play a lot more different stuff, which will be a lot better for him since Batman's really good at enabling it.
Oh, you said for Tiger's Eye? And
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, not Tiger's Eye. I mean
I was
Fever.
like-
I was like, bro,
I
smoke
meant Fever. I'm sorry.
that pack is puffing strong.
Yeah, he's on it. That's okay.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, it's gonna be
See,
interesting.
this is why he
season.
thinks Friendzone's gonna win. He's smoking it, man.
Oh shit! I
That's
mean,
good.
it's going to be like they have to show it, right? Like they'll be playing all these teams, and I think they can definitely like. I was trolling a bit, but like I think Friendzone can make it. It just depends on how insane Going Insane is, or like if TPO can actually find their ground.
I think it
But
is
if they can't, then
always gonna depend on how the schedule is gonna be. Like, for example, which weeks you're
It's
gonna
out.
take. Wait, what?
I think schedule's already out.
No,
so-
no, yeah. I'm saying, like, for example, when you're facing the stronger teams, if you're facing a team, let's say, for example, let's say Friend Zone's facing Going Insane. If Going Insane for some reason lost, let's say 3 weeks in a row, it's probably gonna be more impactful, right? To play like,
Yeah.
okay, we just went from 0-3 versus if they just won 3 or 4 games in a row, right? Something along those lines. I just think like depending on when the match is gonna happen, if there's any result that you need to happen, let's say, oh, the other team needs to win for whatever reason, and then you get I don't know, game record advantage, overall record advantage, whatever it is. I think it's also gonna depend a little bit more on that. Obviously, if you don't cash in on your games, but that's what I was gonna have in mind.
The one thing I will say,
Yep.
it's gonna feel really bad if like you're battling for that 3-4 spot or like that 4-5 spot, and the only reason you don't make playoffs is because of your cross group match.
Yeah.
Cross group match does not affect standings.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, he said
Oh,
that.
I
Okay,
did not
cool.
know that. I did not know
Honestly, I
that.
did not know that either.
Oh
So
man.
we can
Okay,
just-
so never mind. It's not nearly as spicy anymore.
So we
Never
can just
mind.
troll all those games.
Oh
Who's not
man.
gonna throw all these games?
Well,
All right, wait. Who do you got for your cross map game? Going insane. I think you have going insane. No, you don't.
Solar faces
I got
Darkin.
TPO.
Yeah.
Bismuth faces TPO. So
Nice.
Yeah. So one thing before we're pretty much almost at the end. Just one thing I wanna point it out for on their schedule. Let me see if I can bring it up. So the first week is going to be streamed by Titans. New
Oh, man.
Moon versus Dynasty. Shoot, where is it? Wait, what the heck? Where?
oh, fuck, that short-term memory loss is coming into play already. Shit.
No, I'm trying to
Damn.
I'm trying to fix something here on Twitch, but bloody thing does not. Anyway, it's not really working. But yeah, so Dynasty Target's Eye and New Moon are gonna be playing on Titan stream. So we're gonna be streaming our own match against Dorado Gaming on Solar tomorrow. Just a reminder, the AGL podcast is gonna be postponed for Wednesday instead, moving forward. But yeah, just for the games that we're gonna have, I know Group B we're not able to see here on the right side, but it's Going Insane versus TPO, Friend Zone versus TD Darkin. So my question is, out of these first 7 matches, what do you think is gonna be the best match to watch, from your perspective?
Omen versus
Cuba,
Fever.
yeah, Cuba Squad versus Bismuth.
Yeah. That game's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. If wait, is Dynasty gonna stream your game since Tiger's Eye is getting streamed by Titan? Do you know?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
Because I know which stream I'll rewatch.
Shit, we gonna see.
Shit.
The
Yeah.
next closest one is definitely Solar versus Row.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be good in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
don't Tiger's Eye versus what team are they playing? New Moon.
New Moon. Yeah.
Snooze. Watch the Dorado versus Eclipse and Tides game. That one should be fun to watch.
The
Yeah.
cross group game. The cross group match.
That should have been streamed. The crossroom game should have been
Yeah,
streamed.
bro,
No,
that
no.
shit's fire.
It's not getting streamed because it doesn't
Matter.
matter.
Yeah,
Right, but
here's
this
the
is like
thing.
a good-
I don't care. Like,
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Elysium or Condor are gonna stream it, but I can let you know that it's gonna be very very fun.
for fun, right?
it
But like
better be.
again, it's like the best match in my opinion. Omen versus Fever, because like they're supposed like everybody put them like number 1 in their respective groups, and they're going at like in cross group week 1. So
It would be a good
nice.
season opener stream.
Oh yes.
Yeah, basically. But like it doesn't matter because it's a cross group scrim, and it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's like a scrim. They're scrimming each other.
Mm-hmm.
No or not.
But yeah,
What do you mean?
in any case, like if you want a banger, you're definitely gonna be able to watch in either Elysium or Conduit's stream, because they're probably gonna share stream that match. If not, you guys can come over here to watch the Rado Gaming Row and Eclipse and Tide Solar. If not, you can go to probably Dynasty Org stream to watch Shiba Squad versus Dynasty Bismuth. And if you don't want to watch any of these, you can always go to the Titan stream to watch Dynasty Target's Eye versus ET New Moon, which can be a good match as well, depending on whatever happens in the draft. But yeah, so
You trying to pump the stocks of New Moon? We ain't buying.
Yeah,
exactly,
bro,
man.
We know what you're trying to do.
We ain't
know what you're
buying.
well, you never know, man. An upset happened on Friday. Another one can happen on Monday as a season opener. You never know. It can happen. So the guys are coming on a good term. So anything is possible.
Anything is possible. The season even hasn't started yet, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, I think.
But yeah, so we are pretty much a little above 2 hours. So just final thoughts here. First of all, thanks everyone for coming. It was great. We had good chatting. The guests were amazing as always. TLP, Dark, Kiora, CZ, everybody was great. Just a final reminder, we are going to be looking forward to get all the replay files to make the clips for the podcast. That's gonna be on Sundays. So every Sunday, we're gonna be looking towards like 6 p.m. to do it. Just to make sure it's gonna be 7 games, and we're gonna have the chat interacting as I mentioned in the beginning, and it's gonna be lovely. I hope to get to see you guys here again next Sunday to watch how week 1 went, how everything went, and just looking really forward to do this because I think this split's gonna be really really fun, and I wish you guys were playing a lot of fun as well. So again, thanks guys. If you do have any shout outs to say, feel free to do so.
I would
Um,
say shout out to Cam for hosting all the podcasts from Aegis and Eclipse and Tides for like doing both the Aegis and Titan now. Yeah, good content. Thank you.
look, I just want everybody to have a good time playing. That's what we all do this for. Like, obviously, we all want to win, but as long as everybody's having a good time, that's all that really matters. So just have a good time doing what you're doing, win or loss. Just try to make the most of it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hmm.
Make sure you
Yeah.
guys all vote for Kiora so we can win that plaque because you got robbed last split. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
There's no split breed this time. It should be yours.
Look, you gotta
He-
win finals to get that.
Oh my god, please.
Oh damn!
Damn,
Nah,
He
he
did
said
take
that.
the win from me in finals. It is what it is.
That's
Hopefully we
dude,
can win
true.
at
it
least
it
one
was a
game.
fire finals.
Personally, I wouldn't, but you know
No,
what I mean. It's
hey,
whatever.
we had one good game in game one, and then 2 and 3 were.
Yeah, dude,
This split we got it. It's fine.
it was so close that I remember. I think it was like just one game or something. It was really really close.
Yeah,
So
it was game one. River got the pentakill, and then in the fight after, I got a quadra kill. So it was super close.
yeah, for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, so yeah, it's just to end tonight. Again, thanks everybody for coming. Again, if you guys are interested. Oh, by the way, I think I've ordered a few samples of the Earl merch, so I'm gonna be showing them probably next week for you guys to see how it looks like. We do have more ideas that we want to share and bring it on, so we're probably gonna be doing in the next couple streams. More and more information and more stuff for you guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot more things to come, and we will end here for tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow as we're gonna be streaming ET Solar and Dorado Gaming. So stay tuned. There's a lot on ET happening right now. If you want to stay and follow us and watch what our content, we're gonna be online pretty much every single day from now on for the fall. So thanks again. I hope you guys have a good night, good weekend, and I hope you guys have a good week.
And see y'all tomorrow, everybody.
Yeah, I gotta use the
Yeah.
bathroom, bro. I just tried to fart during the stream.